Well, super good to be with you today. Um, just here, let me just quickly do whatever I need to do here. Can I do this? I'll leave that, I think. Yeah, here we go. That's it. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, today I am really here. I'm interested in talking about prayer, actually. I had I had the strangest dream last night. And I woke up way too early, to be honest. But before I woke up, I was dreaming, and I was dreaming that I was in a prayer meeting, and yeah, like just this like crazy, wild prayer meeting. And as I was dreaming, I was as I was dreaming, I was made aware that the way sometimes I pray could be considered quite weird. Um, I pray weird. I don't know about you, but I mean, in some ways, I think praying at all is considered weird nowadays. It seems to be in vogue to be like this, like a rabid atheist. It's like some of these atheists are more kind of fervent, religiously fervent for their non-belief than many people are for what they believe. It's quite an interesting setup, and there's a tendency, I think, in our generation, and it's probably true of any generation, to be honest, but I can only speak for our generation because I actually live in it. Um, but how true is it that people tend to have this idea that they can just rely on themselves? They don't need any help. They don't need a crutch. They don't need any support. They're going to do it themselves. Self-made men and women. Well, I'm not one of them. I'm like I'm like hopelessly, helplessly, and happily completely dependent on Jesus every single day. I really don't know what Lana or I would do if we'd never met Jesus, if we weren't walking with him. I mean, that would be like bad news. and and my meeting with Jesus was, I guess, a little unusual. I was really very much very much not interested in Christianity. I mean, I considered Christianity to be very much um, kind of just a dumb thing, to be honest. I just figured it was like a waste of time, some big religious book, people following a bunch of rules. I thought it was a much better option to just kind of pick and choose what you wanted. And then some guy in my art college, I went to art college. I didn't last very long there, you know what I mean? But I went to art college for a year, and one of the guys there like was bold enough to kind of confront me and say, "Look, why don't you get a New Testament? Just read a little bit each day, and when you read, just pray or say, God, help me understand this thing." And I figured with the New Testament being the short bit, not the big fat book, but the smaller book from the Bible, I could probably do that. And so I picked up. I had a Gideon's New Testament. I don't know if you know that, like one of these tiny little ones that they give away, like really. And so I took. Oh, hang on. I've got my wife calling here. I think I'll have to call her in a minute. Um, and so there I am. Um, oh, bear with me 1 minute. No. Um, oh, hang on. Apologies, folks. This is like my wife takes priority over everything. Let's have a look. Okay. I'm not really sure what she wanted. I'm here anyways. I'm back again, and so I picked up a New Testament, started to read it a little, started to kind of just piece by piece, just a short portion at a time, and I would do a cursory prayer of sorts. God, okay, if you're real, help me understand this. And I got as far as the book of Mark, which is like the second book in the Bible. I mean, the New Testament starts with this big, long list of names. And I thought, man, I don't think I'll ever make it through this. But I got through that first chapter. I got as far as the book of Mark. And in the book of Mark, there's a guy, John the Baptist. And John the Baptist says, there's one coming after me. I'm baptized with water, but there's one coming after me who'll baptize you with the Holy Spirit. And at that very moment in my bedroom, I was baptized in the Holy Spirit and started speaking tongues. I keep getting these texts coming in. I'm a bit concerned. No, we're good. We're good. And I started speaking in tongues. Never even heard of it. Never heard of praying in tongues, speaking in tongues, praying in the Spirit, speaking in the Spirit. I'd never heard of any such thing. And by God's grace, total grace, there's no God's so outside the religious box. I don't even think that he even believes in the box. I don't believe that he's aware. I don't think heaven is aware that there are actually boxes that we're supposed to fit in, and he stepped so outside of my box, so outside of my conception of what God is, who God is, what God can do, how God will act, and that was 30 years ago now. 30 years ago, God met with me in my bedroom. And I was just this crazy young man. I mean, like way out there, like out in the wilds. God is gracious beyond our wildest imaginings and our wildest expectations. And he will come and he will meet with you. Whether you know him already, he's got more for you. If you don't know him, man, you're missing out. You're like, it adds a dimension. I mean, this is like the understatement of the millennia, but it adds a dimension to your life that nothing else possibly ever could. It becomes like this magnificent adventure and this incredible obsession to seek out and find Jesus and discover more of him. And, whatever your weird is, my weird might be praying in tongues. My weird might be, there's it's just got weirder and weirder as the years have gone on, if I'm honest. I have to shut myself away privately to pray because I never quite know what's going to come out. And I'm glad of it because I enjoy Jesus. I enjoy my walk with God. I enjoy my times in his presence because I never know what to expect. Seriously, 30 years in, and he still surprises me pretty much every day. He's beyond good. He is beyond imagination, beyond comprehension. Nothing you can, as far as you can stretch your imagination, God goes way beyond every time. And as much as I've rambled on today, I guess all I want to say is, hey, Jesus is amazing. He is absolutely just beyond good. And If you don't know him, I mean, like there I was in my bedroom, some new age hippie kid. And like my avenue in was simply reading a few pages of the New Testament and saying, hey, God, if you're real, help me understand this. It really is as simple as that. He's not some bearded dude up in heaven with a big stick looking to kind of smack a few sinners. Nor is he like the universe, some nebulous idea. The universe is going to help you. The universe is on your side. He's not Mr. Universe. And seriously, get a life. He's God. He's like a person. You can know him. He's a personality. You were made in his image. He's not some nebulous idea. He is true and real and reaching out to you today. Yeah.